All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Harachak, Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yashala, Shalom. And this lesson is going to be entitled Yahawashi, Bringeth a righteous government. Yahawashi bringeth a righteous government. Yahawashi, whom the word literally calls Jesus Christ, bringeth a righteous government. What's the word government? Goes into mind, meant, and govern, control, or mind control. But Yahawashi ultimately bringeth about a righteous government. Okay, so ultimately the elect are being programmed in righteousness, all right? Our minds are being controlled in these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are ultimately just and righteous and are going to benefit the planet Earth. But it's going to be through Yahawashi, whom the word really calls Jesus Christ, all right? That benefit is afforded to the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect, to come back into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, rehearse the righteous acts, and ultimately, in these last 6 of time, Lord willing, be delivered from these perilous times. This is Isaiah 9:6. It says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." That's right, Yahawashi. And the government shall be upon his shoulder. Upon his shoulder, you see? And let's get that word government. Misrah, it says, rule, dominion, government. It says empire, government. So that rule, that dominion is ultimately going to be ushered in by Yahawashi, whom the word really calls Jesus Christ. It tells you that in Revelations, the 19th chapter. Let's get it real quick. Speaking of that government or that rule, that dominion. Bear with me. See where I'm going to start at. Bear with me. Okay. I start at verse 11, Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And that white horse symbolizes Yahawashi. All right, the horse going into power, that white going into the righteousness of the saints, because Yahawashi is the top saint. All right, the top Alahayim. All right, the top power, ruler, judge. All right, counselor. All right, because like it tells you in Colossians 1:15, the image of the invisible power, you go into that word, it basically goes into prototype, all right, and which Yahawashi was, all right, the firstborn of every creature, okay, which the Lord's top creature is the nation of Israel. So it says, Revelation 19 and 12, his eyes were as a flame, or Salaki 11, the latter end. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war, because Yahawashi is going to stand on our behalf against the heathen nations, starting with Esau, Edom, all right? The heathen nations and their militaries pertain to Revelation in the 12th chapter, all right? Michael and his angels went against Satan and his angels, all right? Angel goes into messengers, going into Esau's militaries, are going to go against the holy angels and the Lord of Sabaoth, all right, of the heaven's armies. So it says, verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. There goes that dominion, that rule. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. That's right. And it ultimately says many crowns, because that's going into the crown of America, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, Turkey. All these nations that have nuclear capabilities and militaries are going to go up against the heaven's armies. All right, they're going to go against Yahawashi, as it is written, they shall be scared, but there's fight. All right, and Yahawashi is going to reign supreme, and he's going to be on top, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. So this is back in the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6 again. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. That's right. After the order of Melchizedek, because Yahawashi was Melchizedek, Malak Tazadat, all right, King of Righteousness, all right, Prince of Peace, okay, King of Salem, and ultimately, through that order of Melchizedek, we're brought back to the priesthood through Yahawashi. All right, verse 7, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. You see? So ultimately, the Lord has set up Yahawashi, which is the word, ultimately to bring forth the men of old, the prophets that have been predestined. And then Yahawashi is going to actually turn up in his angelic form and intervene on our behalf in the sight of the nations. All right. For we know that our Redeemer living, he shall stand in the latter days. All right. And that wonderful counselor with that government upon his shoulders, which government goes into mind control. So Yahawashi is programming his hopeful elect back in the spirit and power of Yahawashi through this word and righteousness. So we're going to be programmed in righteousness, that righteous mind control, New Jerusalem, all right, ascended down from heaven. And ultimately, we got to ascend up and then descend down, ultimately, because we got to put off that mortal and put on the immortality, which is through Yahawashi, 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, all right, which we're putting on this whole armor right now, which is the word. And ultimately, as prophecy says, we're going to go from glory to glory, from corruptible to incorruptible. So, Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to say Shema, Yashallah, Yahweh, Al-Hayanawa, Yahweh, Chud. Hear all Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings until next time. Kwame Yashallah. Shalom.